Trunks' character has been a pit of controversy recently with his crazy power boost, his new transformation, his surprising and yet quite unbelievable power boost to overwhelm Zamasu and pick up the win. But how was any of this possible? Was any of it explained? Well, in this video I'm going to tell you how I saw the events. Hey guys, Kanji here, and if you want to have a laugh and poke a bit of fun at this series, then join me and various other YouTubers in my more light-hearted Dragon Ball videos, including the Fusion Challenge series and the Heal Kanji series on my channel. So to go briefly into my perspective, we have to look at the end of the fight with Zamasu first. Trunks got this major, and I mean major, power boost, and this blue aura completely filled him and his sword to the point where he sliced the immortal Potara-fused villain in half, and defeated the physical presence that we knew as Zamasu. Straight after this episode aired, everyone and their mom decided to jump on Twitter and YouTube and tell the world how stupid and over-the-top crazy this all was, and whilst the way I perceived it doesn't really fix the unbelievable power boost that Trunks received, it does actually kind of help the end feel not so unbelievable. So now let's look at how Trunks actually got this power. He supposedly absorbed it in a rather similar fashion to how Goku charges the Genki Dama or Spirit Bomb, but Trunks seemingly did it unknowingly. The last remaining survivors whose struggle was so deeply traumatic that they physically pour every last drop of hope they have into Trunks, the guy who has always had such a deep connection with the word hope. But damn, Kanji, that's one hell of a power boost from that. How did he get all that power? Well, let's go back into the first couple of times I actually fought Black and Zamasu. Trunks was relying so heavily on the possibility of both Goku and Vegeta being able to defeat him for him, all of his hope was actually bestowed upon them. Trunks wasn't even thinking that he would be the one to win, and of course Goku, Vegeta and Trunks all got their asses handed to them. Throughout the arc, we were being introduced to more and more characters that rely on Trunks for help, including Maki and Haru, the two children, Yajirobe, the soldiers, the families, and of course Mai. So many more people are being introduced, and we notice the weight that Trunks bears on himself to save these people. Not to mention how even mixing our timeline and getting that involved, he now bears the responsibility of making sure they're going to get safe and go home to all the people he knows from that timeline. Now let's look at episode 61. After being told by both Black and Zamasu that his time travels were sinful, and that he was one of the people responsible for Zamasu's first hatred towards mortals, he is battered after watching Goku be defeated, and then witnesses his father unable to save him from Black's clutch. Trunks is smashed into the ground, and he's becoming even more aware of how quote-unquote hopeless the entire situation is. Mai, Bulma and Yajirobe all run over to him in fear, and Trunks gets incredibly angry, bearing the weight of everybody's struggles on his shoulders and starts to power up. A small blue aura is now beginning to form around him and is seemingly giving him strength. We now have a small beacon of hope. I'm referring to this form as the Hope Transformation for now. Whilst Goku and Vegeta head back to think up a way to take care of Black and Zamasu, Trunks works on holding them off and is rescued by the other survivors of his timeline. Once again, we're starting to see a close bond form between Trunks and his surviving team. Along with potential Zenkai boosts, Trunks is seemingly getting stronger and stronger and is being able to activate this Hope Transformation at will. Almost as if the Hope energy he has received has stayed with him and not just vanished. So let's skip ahead to the final fight. We all know how synonymous the word hope is with Trunks, and now for the final fight we witness Goku and Vegeta being defeated to a point of no return, and Trunks sees Mai and Bulma one more time. Bulma's fixed the time machine, another small glimmer of hope. Mai hands him his sword hilt with the broken blade, symbolising how broken everything is right now, the one that Maki had been clutching onto with hope and belief this entire past few episodes. Maki and Haru are on the rooftops, not worried about themselves but shouting, "Come on Trunks, keep at it!" rooting for him with everything they've got. Trunks, having felt the love and hope, is able to restore his sword using his ki and repair his broken situation. He flies off to have one last attempt to save everybody and risk everything, and the one thing he has left is hope. Trunks saves both Goku and Vegeta from Zamasu, and his blue aura is bigger than normal on his hope transformation. Trunks begins to fight Zamasu with his sword, and whilst doing so, a white aura is now starting to appear around him. Trunks begins to backchat Zamasu with his preaching that mortals are nothing to gods, and further antagonises Trunks' rage. He starts shouting about the mortals working together because that's who they are. His white and blue light starts to glow even brighter. Yajirobe notices the light and starts to tell other survivors that that's Trunks filling their hearts with hope. Maki and Haru start shouting for him even more, and Trunks' light continues to grow, almost being completely white and blue at this point, containing tons of spirit energy. All the remaining survivors are watching Trunks in hope, and they start pouring every ounce of their struggle and faith into him. He begins to power up even more, and his blue aura from the Hope Transformation starts to grow bigger and bigger, and now we start to see everybody around the world who is left who can feel the struggle and see the light. A small spirit bomb or Genki Dama starts to form above Trunks, as the combination of everybody's energy has been transmitted to him through their hope. Goku and Vegeta see this is happening and pour their energy into him also, giving him an even greater power. At this point, Trunks is almost entirely surrounded by this blue aura of light, and Trunks flies up and prepares for his final attack and absorbs everybody's spirit and hope into himself. His blue aura is now complete and is flowing around him like crazy. He powers up himself and his sword and attacks Zamasu, shouting, "I won't lose to somebody who can't believe in anybody but himself," obviously referencing how many people are currently believing in Trunks right now. He finally gives the final blow to Zamasu's physical body, and Zamasu can't understand the feeling of hope and spirit energy of everybody flowing into Trunks. And that's basically how the stuff with Trunks ends. Now, when you think about just how many Zenkai boosts Trunks got in this arc, coupled with the amount of power-ups of hope he got, that seem to stack up on top of each other for no less, and then his rage boosts, and then being given both Goku and Vegeta's energy, and then absorbing the spirit of every remaining person on the planet, and not to mention the general multiplier of Super Saiyan 2, I can kind of understand how he could defeat Zamasu in like a last-ditch effort, which was drastically weakened by the fight with Super Saiyan Blue Vegito. So that's pretty much the way I perceived this entire arc with Trunks. I feel like they knew what they were going to do to end it from around about episode 61, at least. And they were building up to it ever since they gave him this new form. I do think, yes, that they could have done a lot better with the timing and actually given Trunks' finale its own episode and really tried to explain this if that was their actual intention. But anyway, guys, I hope you all enjoyed this video and my explanation for what happened in this arc and, well, you know, episode almost. But please remember to leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you enjoyed this and start your training on World King Kanji's planet. I'll catch you all in the next video. Bye!